Hey, it is Saturday, June 11th, 2022, and I am here at Boulder Station, out in like near Henderson, Nevada. Um, we're sorry, man. All right. I was trying to pace myself a little bit with this video. I've been up in Vegas the last 2 nights. This is kind of a place I sometimes end up staying. I actually really like staying here. Rooms to me seem nice, and they're at the right price. And they got a nice little poker room downstairs. They'll have 3-6 limit hold'em. They got 4-8 Omaha high only, and I really like that Omaha game. And they have 8-16 Omaha high. Um, so Boulder Station, I sometimes forget about it. I end up staying on the strip and like forgetting how awesome it is staying out here. Every time I stay here, I'm like, yeah, this is the place. And then like usually if I'm like doing better or I haven't been here for a while, I'm not thinking about it, or I got some more money, I'll stay on the strip. And but the nice thing about staying here is like I can just play the low limit cash games. Like I can enjoy myself playing these low limit games, especially the Omaha high only, because this game is no one really plays this game anywhere, and this is the only place you can really get experience playing this game. And um, like in the dealer's choice at the World Series, one of the games you can pick is Omaha high only, and like I ended up picking this game. I'm already a limit hold'em player, so I'm already like it's kind of, limit hold'em is very closely related because it's a flop game that's high only, um, and it's a fixed limit game, and so it's a game that for me is maybe not like the hardest to adapt to, um, and I called this game at the World Series and I thought people were playing like horribly. And so I like getting the experience when I'm here playing in this game. And to be honest, like I think like some of the mistakes people are making in these games are huge mistakes. And so even though it's a lower limit game, I feel like you can actually make some money in some of these games. And if I'm low on bankroll and I don't really want to go play the cash game. Because here, if I go to Bellagio, I got this ego, and like at Bellagio, they got 20-40 hold'em, they got 40-80 hold'em, they got 80-160 hold'em. And knowing me, I'm going to buy into whatever game I got the cash to buy into. And sometimes I'm not working with that much cash. So sometimes I'm here, and I'm able to play in a game where I feel like I can still like have an edge, and I can still teach myself like valuable poker knowledge. Because I think about like the World Series of Poker like comes up every year, and it's like the most exciting time of year, and I usually get to play like 2 or 3 events because it's like I can't take the whole month off work. I just take some time off work. And so I think about like what events I want to play, and to me, the dealer's choice is a great event, and especially if I can pick Omaha high, because I think I can handle. I think I'm very good. I think I have very good defense. I don't think there's any game that they're gonna pick that I'm just gonna be horrible in, and I think that's like really good offense in that tournament, to be able to pick a game that's just like a very nuanced game that like not many people have played extensively or at all. Because it's very I mean, it's not like PLO. It's very different because the fixed limit structure just prices you in, and backdoor draws are so fucking important. Like they're massively important, and it's just like being a hold'em player. I'm used to like reading and looking for backdoor draws, and I just so. I'm at Boulder Station, and so when I say like I'm cash broke. Here's the thing about me. So, like, I'm not a guy who wants to keep a large cash bankroll at the current time. Like, if I do have, like, a ton of extra cash, I'll probably end up buying some gold. Because I don't want to hold a ton of cash. I think it's good to have some cash. Like, you want to have an emergency amount of cash, I think, just for, like, shit hits the fan. And I actually kind of gamble some of my emergency cash. This trip was, I can get that cash out on Tuesday from the bank, but I'm kind of putting myself in a little bit of a precarious spot for 24 hours here because I'm not going to have that cash. Like, if shit hit the fan, the dollar collapsed tomorrow, or shit, not complete collapse, but like, you get in this little phase where you really need that cash, so you have the bank holiday, etc. I'm going to really regret that I gambled with my emergency cash. And I was just, I could float myself until that deposit on Tuesday. So, you know, I bumped into Mike Mattisau during one of the breaks, and I actually gave him a copy of my book. And I don't know if he'll see my website in there, look me up, find my channel, whatever. Maybe he'll enjoy some of my content. I feel like he would. I feel like he's a kindred spirit to me in many ways. I've listened to his podcast. I actually called in there once. And you know, a lot of the stuff he talks about is over my head. I don't like follow like poker like on TV and stuff and like that kind of. I don't really follow like poker Twitter and this type of stuff, but like his experience of like coming up from like being a 4-8 player, like I was a 4-8 player, like I used to promotion whore, like, and like a lot of, I think I could relate to him on a lot of levels. And I don't know, maybe, I really don't know, man. So like, I have a certain amount of gold. So it's not like I'm like broke. Like, it's not like I'm like saying like that my net worth is zero. What I'm saying though is that if my cash gets high enough, I buy some gold. And once I bought the gold, I don't sell the gold. So I accumulate gold. That's my savings. That's my nest egg. That's my retirement, etc. That is putting aside for now, and so I don't tap into that. So I only play with the cash that I got. So I sometimes I run out of cash because I'm not keeping a proper like poker bankroll according to like bankroll guidelines. But it's not like a big deal because I got a income. I've got a job I work, so I get paid. So when I get paid, I can take some of my money and I can buy into a game, and either I'm gonna spin it up or I'm gonna wait till my next paycheck and do it again. Like, and I don't have like a lot of time to play poker right now. It's really just every other weekend, so and I pretty much get paid every 2 weeks, so it's pretty much a paycheck for every weekend that I have off. So it's like, bro, right now I'm cash poor. So sometimes I'm cash poor, and right now I'm cash poor. So when I saw Mike Mattisau at the tournament, and I said, you know, I told him, you know, that I followed his podcast, and I gave him a copy of my book. We just had a brief exchange, man, and yeah, man, like, dude, see, he was talking about ego and poker, and it's like you gotta kind of like be confident in yourself, but that confidence you want it to be based on reality. I guess that's the thing, right? Like, and the reality is, I'm a fucking good poker player, man. I don't, well, like I was in Vegas this weekend, like today, and I'm like, so I actually borrowed some cash. I borrowed some money to play the 3K because I was a little cash poor because I got the preschool or the summer program, I got to pay for the kids. So I was a little cash poor, so I borrowed a little money so that I could play the tournament. And I didn't win the tournament. Yesterday was brutal. Yesterday I played 500 deuce to 7 no limit single draw again at the MGM. So the first time I played, we had 37 people. I finished in 12th. First time I've ever played that tournament. This time we had 50 people and 7 got paid. We got down to 8 players. They combined the tables, so we were playing 8-handed. We played for a fucking hour straight, and then I busted in 8th. So that sucked, man, because that one was important to me, because that one I was playing for the cheese, man. The lasting cheese, man. The Hendon mob, right? You cashed in a no limit deuce fucking tournament. Like, that's like respect right there. Like, that's like this guy's a fucking poker player. And they told me about this game. I've always heard about how great this game is, but I haven't. I've these 2 tournaments I've played this summer have really shown me like what a great game it is, and there's so many. It's a multifaceted game. There's different levels to it, and there's major psychological stuff that takes place, and it's a lot of fun. And I mean, I'm pretty proud that I made it down to 8. I've heard people say stuff like, the cream always rises to the top in this tournament. One thing that makes it such a pure poker game is that it is so based on skill. And I see how the game theory stuff that I understand about limit hold'em applies to deuce to 7 single draw, like the wide range stuff. It's like how to play different parts of your wide range. It's like it's just figuring out what is that range, but it's coming together, man. And one guy though, oh God, it's a fucked up game, man. But I love it, man, and I wish I could play the 1500, but it's on a Monday, so I'm not going to take 3 days off work just to play it, even though I think that tournament would be a fucking great one for me to play. Next tournament I'm probably going to play, I think the Arizona State Championship is in 2 weeks, and if it is, I'll just play that. I won't even come to Vegas. But I for them to compete with the World Series, unless I read it wrong, that's insane. Like, they're going to lose like half their fucking turnout. Like, maybe they wanted it to be small this year, but it's probably going to be a really good tournament because all the best players are probably going to just stay in Vegas and not even know what's going on. So it's just going to be locals who aren't in Vegas, which could be a really soft field. So I'll probably play that in a couple of weeks if I read that schedule right. Till then, I'm going to be done with poker. I'm going to buy... I know how to entertain myself until then. So I'll keep you updated if anything crazy happens. These financial markets were a little rocky on Friday. gold's starting to break out, so we'll see how quickly this all unravels. And with that, from Boulder Station, signing out. You guys have a good evening.